Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at a Parker Brothers game for 2 players, ages 8 to adult. This is All the King's Men. Now if you've never heard of this game, I'm not surprised. It's kind of a weird, sort of rare game. It's number 72 in the Parker Brothers catalog. I like this game. Me and my brother found this at a garage sale. And you can still see the 25-cent sticker that we paid for it. It's all beat to crap. We found this at a garage sale and thought, well, whatever, it looks like a board game. We were real big into Risk at the time. And this became one of our favorite games to play. So let's open it up here. As far as Parker Brothers games go, this is definitely one of the more interesting ones. This is the game board itself. As you can see, there's a bunch of arrows on each square. It's basically just a chessboard with arrows. Those are the arrows you're allowed to move. This is the only one, these 2 squares here are the only ones that allow you to go in any direction. Everything else you have to go in the direction shown. And that makes it very strategic to try and play this game. But that's the game board. It's got cool old school art on the sides, and it's made out of pretty sturdy material, but you have to watch the seam on the. I've seen a lot of these that are broken. Alright, as usual, the rules are printed on the insert, and in this case all the pieces are hiding underneath. Now the figures are all knights and like squires, so you got your goofy looking archer guy and your knight. Let me find one. And then you've got a king. So there's really only 3 pieces that you have to worry about. And each side has the same number of pieces, same types of pieces. So your objective is, of course, to capture the king. You get 1 game board, 1 king, 4 knights, and 7 archers of both colors. So be aware of that if you're going to look for this game, because you need all the pieces to play, just like playing chess. So again, that's the game board, 1 king, 4 knights, and 7 archers of each color. And the back row is set up basically just like you would in chess. You have to set everything up. You set up, and your opponent sets up in this way at either end of the board. You set up archer, 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 archer across the second line there. And the back row is knight, knight, king, knight, knight. And these are blank. That's it. That's the setup. That's the entire thing for the game. So it's a real easy game to play, but it's incredibly strategic because of the way it does play. I don't know why these are still in here. We hit everything underneath here. But you have to really kind of predict where you want to go, because it's hard to go backwards and change directions. So I really enjoyed this game. It really had a chess feel with the way the strategy works. Even though you only have 3 different types of guys, it really does make it more interesting with the limited range of motion and being able to only go certain directions. So definitely please give this one a chance. It's one I wish they would bring back and reprint, but I've never seen another edition of it other than this one. All the ones I've seen, I've got think 3 copies of this one, and I've never seen another edition of it. But I'm hoping eventually Hasbro, who owns Parker Brothers now, will re-release it at some point. This came out, I want to say, in the 70s. But it's a lot of fun to play. Let's see, yeah, 1979 is the copyright on it. So it's a lot of fun to play. I really hope that it gets re-released at some point, because it is such a good strategy game. And with board games being pretty popular right now, I think it'd be a good time to re-release it. So be sure and write them a letter or an email politely asking them to reprint this, because I think it's a great game. If you get a chance to try it out, I highly recommend it. It is a lot more strategic and fun than it looks. It looks like a very simple kind of chess knockoff, but it can be pretty strategic. But that'll do it for this episode. This was Parker Brothers, All the King's Men. We've seen what's inside. As always, thank you for watching. We hope to see you next time on What's Inside.